You've seen those videos of the houses on stilts near the beach. They get f***ed up.
Yeah, but they only record them when that's happening, right? There's one somewhere right now and still doing just fine.
That's fair, but they're probably not stuck right in the sand. So
yeah,
little technicality there.
Beachfront properties are real fucking dice throw if you think about it. Like they're always talking. I said this like a month or two ago. That's how I know global warming's not real, or at least to the point where like the seas are going to rise anytime soon, because the richest people keep buying that beachfront property.
Yeah.
Have you been to the beach? Kyle, I was thinking about this.
You know the answer to that question. I despise it.
Okay, if you go to the homeowners with beachfront property are 65 and older. Those are the people who have enough money to blow to buy beachfront homes. So you're telling me that people with money to blow who have 10 years left in their life are your indicator of global warming and climate change?
No, it would be the fact that all their predictions are wrong every time for the last like 70 years.
You don't know how their predictions are going to work out because you need to wait for the
they've been Charlie Browning everyone for like 70 years. There were people in like 1947 who were like, it's getting wild out here in the 70s. We're all going to drown. It's like,
I know how it sounds.
Seems like a boondoggle.
You're actually off on that, but you're not. Somehow you're wrong and still right, because back in the 70s, they predicted that an ice age was coming. Now they're predicting the war heats up.
I thought it was an ice age again.
Oh,
I thought they said that
I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe
I thought that once all of the the icebergs and the ice shelf or whatever breaks off and melts, then the temperature of the ocean lowers, so then the currents don't circulate. So then you go into an ice age or something like that. That's what the fake science man told me on the propaganda tube. And I just fucking believe it anymore.
Be a flat earther to not believe the earth is getting warmer, though, right? Like that's a thing that we can measure. We have the tech for that.
I just don't know if it's a significant amount, and I'm not sure how entirely responsible for it we are. Because they also show that thing that like goes back, 20, 30,000 years, because they can see like from the ice with the oxygenation level, you can see the chemistry of the atmosphere because of the bubbles that are frozen in ice, and you can date the ice. So you can kind of tell what the atmosphere was doing over time, and the fact that the ice existed tells you a little something about where it's placed. It seems like the temperature's always going up and down, like always, for eons and upon eons. And I just don't know that little old us.
Seems like it's been going up, but now there's a hockey stick effect. Like a lot of the warming that we've seen over the last 1,000 years has been from the last 100.
They called it like a little ice age that we were in. Probably not anymore, but they used to. Like in the 19th century, like 19th, 20th century, where they were like, we're actually in an ice age right now, and it's going to heat up. And who knows, like, Kyle, how much we're responsible for it. I don't know. I want the environment to be nice, but this whole like ridiculous shit of like New York is going to be underwater. It's like, fuck you, liar. Like, do you think I'm retarded? Do you think I'm retarded person that you can just say for 70 years that we're 5 years away from
really want the answer,
the sea levels rising that much? And it's
I want to know what the consequences are.
Happens.
Like they keep going on about, oh, this is bad. What are the consequences in
real
more
carbon?
Time? Tell me what year you can be off by 20 plus or minus, when it'll be a problem for a person, and they'll be like, oh, the first person died 15 years ago from global warming. Okay, don't give me the made up. Don't tell me that a famine in Thailand that killed some people has anything to do with my straws or my Ford, because that's nonsense. Tell me when the oceans come and swallow up Miami. Tell me when Miami Beach property is worthless. Tell me when. Because what date will that be? Will that be 2100, 2200? Will it be year 3000? Is that what we're talking about? I know in a billion years, the sun like runs out of hydrogen or something and eats the earth. Like, are we planning for the dark days? I just don't think it's anytime soon, because I remember in kindergarten watching that video and then be like, it just seems like a little bit, but a penny at a time. And they did some funny math to show you that saving a penny per added up to this huge mountain of pennies.
Dude, you wait long enough, you'll have $4.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, you see, the world's going. They were showing us that fucking liquid earth from the Kevin Costner movie in 1990. I remember seeing that.
Waterworld?
No, not the movie. They showed us a cartoon to warn us about our cars making us all drown in the future in kindergarten. And I was just like, oh my God, we're all going to drown in the future. So then when I watched the Kevin Costner movie, I wasn't enjoying the ski-doos, everybody's zipping around, the little girl with a map in her back. I was scared because they'd warned me about this in childhood.
Those ski-doos did not have any like exhaust to hold back the smoke that came out of them. That was the cause.
I bet it was, you burn yourself on those real easily. They were really willy-nilly with that fuel supply they had to have their henchmen each have a ski-doo that they just hot rodded around in.
Yeah.
And if you remember, the main bad guy, he tooled around in like a Cadillac that had a working engine, and they were on a boat.